So it's time to jump in a little bit more to the requirements of participation, and this is something that Dina dug into with you a little bit earlier about, and I want to continue the conversation around. There are a number of things that we ask you to do to be in good standing as a First Forward institution. First is that you send at least 2 faculty or staff members to the First Forward workshop. The First Forward workshop happens just before the NASPA conference on first generation student success. You'll see here that this is going to be on June 28th in 2020. The First Generation Student Success Conference being June 29th through July 1st. This is an all-day meeting that we host with First Forward, and we do a little bit of everything during this time, from getting to know your regional communities to having keynote speakers. We work on your annual report. You will get to meet the previous cohort of institutions, so the 80 from the previous year will also be there in attendance. So it's a real opportunity to really dig in. We also know that the summer can be a hard time of year, and so it doesn't necessarily have to be the 2 or 3 names that are on your application who attend. We just need a couple of people from your institution who are engaged in first gen efforts. So it might be someone from your working group or a steering committee who come to participate. As you're on the website digging through this, you'll notice some plus signs to the right. You can click on each of these and drop down more information. One thing for you to know, in an effort to support you all coming to the First Forward workshop in June, we do provide you with a small travel stipend. Each institution receives a few $100s to come and participate. It's supposed to help offset a bit of your travel cost. You are also not required to remain for the First Generation Student Success Conference. We would love for you to stay. It is such a good time. But we understand that sometimes orientation or summer bridge programs or other family commitments call, and you might not be able to be with us. So happy to chat with you all more about that. Again, in the regional community, we ask that you actively participate in one cohort call each month. We sometimes skip certain months just because things are busy. The NASPA annual conference in March, we often skip March, but it's 6 to 8 calls across the course of the year. You all as a community help to determine how often you're going to be participating in calls, and also the content of the calls. We offer you some guidance, but the community also decides what's really important for you all to discuss over the course of that time. These calls do continue into later years of your engagement with the program, but during that first year, we really want you to be actively engaged. It also doesn't have to be the same person or people every month. We know that people need days off and things happen and emergencies arise on campuses across the country. So it can be your entire working group or your entire steering committee or a hodgepodge of people across your community that participate in the calls as well. As I mentioned earlier, we do work with you on a goal setting exercise and then also on a brief annual report. And those are intended to help you, give you some drive and direction toward next steps with the program, and then to elevate that to your leadership to help drive your funding opportunities, staffing, just kind of keep your eye on the ball when it comes to all of this work. First Forward institutions are required to attend a minimum of 3 virtual events. These are center live briefings or on-demand opportunities. You will see on the center's website, we already have quite a number of these, and we produce new ones just about every month. These are opportunities not only for you to engage with your working groups, steering committees, first gen colleagues, but also to host events within your communities. Host a brown bag lunch with some faculty and maybe actually show them. Just yesterday, we had a new online live briefing that looked at first gen faculty. That might be an opportunity to increase engagement around first gen within your communities. First Forward institutions receive a significant discount on these, so these should not be something that you're worrying about in terms of cost, and something that we can also chat with you a little bit more about cost as well. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we do work with you to complete one blog during your time as a First Forward institution, and it can really be on a topic of your choice, what's happening at your institution, relevant topics, things that are on your mind. We're happy to work with you to produce those and get those onto the center's website so that you all receive some good opportunity to be rewarded for the work that you all are doing and getting that out publicly within your community.